guys, it's Mike's Outdoors with another video. Today I'm going to be talking about my fishing. What do I have in my fishing tackle box? This is my tackle box. It's by Plano. Hard name to say, but anyways, let's get into it. It's a really good box. Has two trays, 2 levels. What I have first, I got this crankbait. Really cool colors. Really good design to it too. And it's square bill crankbait. Really good hooks on it too. Then I got my next bait. I have another crankbait, same brand. Can't remember the brand though, but it's a really good brand. Fished with it a lot. Square bill, has really good hooks on it again. And yeah. Another thing I have in here, a bobber. Just a regular bobber, about medium size. It's pretty good. Another thing I like to have is one of my tools I have in here is I always want to have toenail clippers. They're really good. They just clip line when you need to clip line, file them down, get something out, whatever. Holds back in, really good. Another thing I have in here is just some weights, regular weights. And then I have, those are all just the same size. And then another one I have is a little tiny weight. It's a little tiny weight. Kind of hard to see, but. Then I have also in my tackle box, they come with this little dividers, and then they come with these so you can put your hooks on them. Another thing I have, just really easy when you're trout fishing. There's a lot of, they're easy, you just tie on leaders. Pretty tight, you just tie them on and go fishing. Another bait I have in here is, it's a really cool bait. It has a lot of action to it in the back tail when you're using it. Great hooks on them. It has a weird build to it, but it's by Rapala. Really good brand. And these are by Storm, a short square bill. This dives 3 feet, and this one dives 5 feet deep. Another interesting. Another bobber I have in here. Really good color, orange to yellow, and it's a really good bobber. It's a different one, but yeah. Another thing I have in here, bullet weights. Always pick some of these up, especially when you're throwing a bunch of different styles like Texas rigging, a bunch of different stuff. When you're throwing Senkos, pretty much. I have another bait in here, crankbait. Has a really weird build to it, but great hooks on them. They're sharp. It has a really cool color to them. Pretty banged up, but still a good bait. Really good eye color. Another thing I have in here is it's called the Trout Magnet. It's a really good bait. They're good for bass and panfish. Little grubs on them, little jig head. There's a bunch of different tips on them. Another thing I have in here is swivels, barrel swivels. They're pretty good size in them. I've heard it's a good brand. Another thing I have in here is more swivels, but they have safety snaps, so you just hook these onto the bait or the hook, so you save the bait in your line for later on. Just pick some of those up at your local, pretty much pick all this stuff up at your local fishing store around town. Another really weird bait, jerk bait. It has a really cool tail. It has like a different, really cool colors to it. Has a rattle to it too. A lot of these, like these two have rattles in them, but this one has a really unique action to it too. Different colors, really good design on them. Little weird build to it, but it has a really like a flake, and a white flake. Different colors. It has a little red thing on it too. Really good bait though. I want to try this. Another great bait I have in here is by Rapala too, and it has a really good color to it. It has a lot of different things to it. Great hooks on them. They normally come with, a lot of these baits come with really good hooks on them, but Really good color and really good design on them. Another thing I have in here, it's called the Boss Rat. Top water, really good bait here. Really good hard sharp hooks. Really different. And yeah, top water. It's pretty banged up, but I've had it for a while. It's called the Boss Rat. Go check them out. Really cool. It's the brand. Love it. Another thing I have in here is rod straps. Another thing, you just hook them up to your rods. Just pull it tight like this. And you just pull them tight. Really good. I don't remember the brand, but they're really good for when you have your rods in the back of your truck or whatever, and you have not a lot of, you don't have any way to tie them down. Use those. Another interesting thing, I have a different type of bobber right here, a little small one. Pick them up, local place. Another thing I have in here, it's called the bait glove. It protects and organizes your gear. Really good when you have crankbaits and hooks, when you have your hooks, so you don't get hooked into things. Really good product. I love these. They have different sizes of this. The larger one, they have a smaller one too. Really good though. Another thing I have in here is a really interesting bait in here. This is for when you want to go on a boat and you just trail it behind. You can catch a lot of good fish on it. Really weird but really cool colors on here. Look at that. It has a really red flake, kind of a red tail on them. Has a really sharp, weird hook, but really good sharp hook. It has a really yellowy kind of fair like thing, like feathers on it kind of thing, but really good bait. Just spread it out and you use it on a boat. Another thing I have in here is some Senkos by Yum. I've caught actually 2 fish on here. These are really good. Caught some fish on the crankbaits too, but really good bait. Really good. You can use them weightless, split shot rig, Texas rig, Carolina rig, wacky rig, jig head or drop shot it, and they're really good. It's the 8-pack, green pumpkin color. Use a 5 offset hook, and they're I believe, let's see how long they are. It's 5 inches long. Really good bait. Another thing I have in here is the Gamakatsu hooks, 4-aught, 5-pack, really good brand hooks, really strong. Another thing I have in here is Yum. They're the baby Chigger Cross. You can also Texas rig, Carolina rig it. You can do flipping and pitching on and deep water. And they work this bait, working it, and it's really good, like a really cool colored with it, like a flake, kind of, has a scent to it too. It's a 10-pack, watermelon candy color, and it's a really cool bait. You can kind of see it. And then same thing with the Senkos too. Really interesting bait. Another thing I have in here, you always want to have, this is a tool that came with this set, and you always want to have these. The brand, go check them out. Really good. It has this is what it comes with, a little carrying case, hooks on your belt, and it has 2 pouches. One has a really flashlight, hook it onto your keychain or you have it on your hand. It's a really good quality metal flashlight. It has different settings, bright, or you can have it a little different other color, lower setting, and then your last one just turns it off. These pliers are really good. They're split ring pliers. You can cut, braid, a bunch of other different types of things. You can adjust your setting on it. It's bent too, which makes it really easy or really good. You can adjust it too, and it has a lot of the handle. Stainless steel, good handle on it, plastic. You get a really good grip. You can use them either way. Bent really nice. Go check this brand out too. Really good brand. And it keeps these secure too. So they put a little Velcro on them. So you just hook them up and then you can just Velcro them back. And then keeps your things so they don't slide around. And really good Velcro. Yeah. Pick them up anywhere pretty much. Another thing I have, another pair of pliers, stainless steel. Always keep a multi-tool in here. You can also clip this on your belt. It has a bunch of, it's just a stainless steel pliers, really good pliers, have a bunch of different stuff, screwdriver, file, 2 different types of saws on a knife, and then it has a different some other stuff in here too. Really good though, really good quality, sturdy pliers. Always keep them in there, and then because you never know when you'll need them. Another thing I have in here is line. You always want to keep line when you're fishing. 20-pound test, that's what I'm using right now. On my other poles I have 8-pound test, and I think another brand, I'm not sure what other one I have. I'm gonna give you an update on that with my rod and reel arsenal. And you always want to have this. This is a really good brand, really good, clear. Comes different instructions. Another thing you guys want to have with you is Shimano. Go check them out. They have a reel cover for your spinning rods. I'm going to be getting those soon, hopefully, and your bait casting. Another thing you want to have is a rod sock for your rods. They keep them safe. When you have them in your truck, you won't get them banged up. And then I'll be doing a video on, I have these on my spinning rods. Another from I was showing you earlier from the rod straps. Keeps them, see that? Keeps them really nice and tight. Have them for your spinning rods, and then if you get more baitcaster rods, use that other one for your baitcasters, and then you can get another one and just hook them all together when you're in your truck. Keeps them separate. And another thing, I'll give you guys an update on those later, and I'll be giving you guys what I have on those, what line and all that stuff, what rods. I'll be doing that later when I get another rod for that spinning reel. I'll be doing a video on that. Another thing I have in here, great box, just a little cheap, actually not really cheap, but it's a really good box. It's by Plano, Plano. Shout out to them. Go get some, pick up some of their stuff, really good in there. I have in here, I have a little, I think this is for really cool, 2 different kinds. I lost one of these when I was fishing at a pond. Lost it on a fountain. Gotta be careful on that. But it's a really unique color. It's like it has a jig head, but it has a really cool flake on them. Different color. And I also have that color, and I have this color too. Pink. This is the color I lost it on, but really cool color to them. Also used on a jig head. Really cool color to them. Another thing I have is a jig head. This came off a swim bait. It was really, I lost it, it broke off, but really good bait. I had this jig head, still good hook on it though. Another thing I have in here, let's see, I have another jig head. This one came off another, I think, swim jig or something like that. Really good, and then sharp hook on it. Another thing I have, this came as a set of 2 jig heads, a yellow, bright yellow, and an orange. The yellow is bigger than the orange one, obviously, but both really good for whatever you use them for fishing. Another thing I have, this is the other bait I lost on the fountain. Really cool action spinner bait kind of thing, yellow. The other one was the same one, actually, yellow with this grub. And it's really cool, good hook on them. Another bait I have, I've actually 1, 2, 3, 4 of these little fly looking, really cool bait though. Yellow, obviously, they're all yellow, but really cool bait. Like them. I got a pack of these actually. Really cool bait though. You just, little bead you use. Actually, I have a lot of them. Came from a pack. Another thing I have in here, just a bunch of different size weights. A bunch of different size weights in here. I like these. Don't get the other ones I have. It was a mistake. I just bought those, but get these. You see, right? Those. You can reuse them and stuff. They're really cool. I have just a bunch of different types of swivels, like that one. I have this one. I have a bullet weight in here. I have another thing for when you're fishing. I'm not sure what that is for, but I have another type of spinner thing, bait, or not bait, but swivel. Bunch of different ones in here. Then I have a bunch of different size hooks too. But a lot of different size hooks in here. I'm not sure, but that's pretty much it, guys. Like, subscribe, comment. Hopefully you guys like this video. If you like, comment, subscribe. I already said that, but yeah, guys, keep fishing. Have fun out there. Catch a lot of fish. See you in the next episode.